It's time for the absolutely, I'm on my way, completely, I'm almost there, random, why are there so many stairs? Podcast. Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the absolutely, completely random podcast for Saturday, August 15th, 2020. I'm your host, Andrew Rhodes, as always, here at the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel, the place where you can find rant videos, discussion videos, weekly podcasts, what have you. You know that. Yeah, I apologize for the fan in the background. You know, it's summertime, and even though it's like warm in my room, I'm trying to get the temperature down in the house. I had to close the windows today for certain reasons, which I won't get into, but there is that. However, it's still on in the background to circulate the air because it's a little humid up here. So, yeah, if you hear it in the background, I apologize. I really do. I mean, I didn't even notice how bad it was until I listened to my one premiere video today. That rant video I did that I premiered. I didn't know how bad it was. So that was my bad. Anyway, what do I have to talk about this week? Podcast related. What's topic-wise this week? Well, Kyoto Animation Awards have been suspended indefinitely. Yeah, that's not a good thing. Fortnite is done on iOS and Google for the time being, and oh boy, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, AT&T is considering selling Crunchyroll to Sony. Oh God help us. Sony is planning to expand its own anime as well to challenge Netflix and Disney, so that's a combo topic there. There's a website that'll allow you to download Trigger's Anime Production Handbook for free, and I actually did. It's only 18.43 megabytes. It's actually not a bad download. A 56-year-old Pokemon Go player assaulted their friend over the game, gets arrested. That's gotta be bad. Oh yeah, you remember that live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender show that Netflix was running? Yeah, the creators have exited that bullshit. Oh yes, that's gonna be fun. All this and more as always this week here on the podcast. But hey, you know the song and dance by now, right? You know, the sounds of the traffic rolling by, the fan in the background, and me, your humble host, here to tell you about his eBay page, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. That's right, AROADS-2012 on eBay. Wide variety of stuff. I'm trying my best to get new stuff up. I swear, it's just a slow, arduous task. You need to find time for, and I just haven't found time for because I'm a one-person operation for YouTube. I'm a one-person operation for that, and I have so much things on my plate that I'm having to get the feeling I'm going to have to soon start cutting some stuff off because I can't split myself into multiple places anymore, and it's starting to hurt. But either way, come check out my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. You can follow me over on Twitter too, by the way, at Otaku Roads. That's the that's the @ symbol, the one above the 2, Otaku Roads, or just really Google search my name for Twitter and you'll find me. If not, it's in the About Me section here on my YouTube channel page. There's a link, you can go right to my Twitter. And hey, while you're there, check out the link to the Facebook page for Web Designer 18. That's right, I have a Facebook page for this channel too. Okay, it's somewhat good, but I'm working on it. I'm not that big into Facebook like I was. I mean, I more go towards Twitter. I hover towards Twitter more, I think. Yeah. But anyway, don't forget to check those out. And hey, while you're here on my channel, because I noticed in the analytics that 73% of you that are watching my videos or listening to most of them, since I don't do that many visual videos, that most of you are unsubscribed. Hey, stop. It's great that you're watching my videos. I appreciate it, but you'll want to know when more stuff comes out. I could get better. I could get worse. While you're here, slam on that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you'll be aware of new videos that pop up from yours truly, Web Designer 18. While you're here, check out my discussion videos. Check out my rant videos. check out the monthly Q&A videos that I've already done so far. Hell, I have some reviews and other things right here, and you can even catch up on the almost 4 years worth of podcast episodes that I have done. God, dear God, almost 4 years, Jesus. Right here on the channel. So while you're here, check it out. I mean, come on, what's the worst that could happen, right? Right? Okay, who am I kidding? There's a lot that could happen. But either way, it's still fun. And hey, it's on YouTube. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So come on. What are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Alright, so this is usually the part of the podcast where we play the game. Hey, Andrew, how was your week? And my week sucked. So let's just... There you go. Short answer. Okay, moving on. Alright, yeah. No, my week did suck. It really wasn't the world's greatest week. So as a lot of you know, or that listened to last week's podcast, we had some internet issues. Oh boy, howdy did we have internet issues. After that transformer exploded Friday night and Saturday around, I want to say noon-ish, the internet just crapped out on us. I was a little pissed. I was not taking it well, especially into Sunday. I really wasn't taking it well when it was giving me issues where I couldn't even get it to function right, then somehow managed to get it somewhat tethered that it could function. God knows how I did that. I mean, I have no idea how. I honestly don't. I still can't. I have actually had to default to my guru that I talk to when it comes to electronical stuff. Hopefully, he will be able to give me an answer. If not, I am truly screwed. So I am hoping that he has some type of an answer for me, or at least a general direction in which I can go to find my own answer. He never listens to my podcast. I know for a fact he doesn't. But if he would be listening, I look forward to your wisdom, master. Anywho, with all that going on, like I said last week, we got a free modem that was coming to us from the phone company. We got that Tuesday night, which brings up a wonderful possibility for a video at some point. Why is the freaking delivery people... I mean, this is the best part. Now, I've gotten 3 things in the past, I want to say, no, in the past year. I've gotten 3 things in the past year that have been delivered to me via either FedEx or UPS. 3 things. The new lawnmower that I purchased on eBay to shut my grandfather up. My new tablet. And this modem. Those are the 3 things that I have gotten that have been delivered either by FedEx or UPS. Why is it that they seem to pick the most inopportune time to drop off? Now, when I got my tablet, though, FedEx did do a damn good job. I won't argue that. It came about 11 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't have been more happy about that. But I'm just like, for the giant freaking lawnmower, that thing showed up, it was like 6:30 at night when that showed up. And I'm like, what the hell? Why did it come now? Why this late? And then you have the modem. Now, this showed up last Tuesday. It was, I'd say, like maybe 6:30-ish, give or take. Because I'm already in my room. I'm in my underwear. I am not planning on moving. I have the laptop out. I'm ready to start recording stuff. I hear the UPS truck. I look out the window. I can see the driver going back to the UPS truck. So I quick text my mom, hey, UPS just dropped something off. You mind, can you, like, it's sort of like a hint, could you get it? I'm kind of indisposed. I can't get down there to get it. And she's like, yep. Then she's asking me questions like, are we sure that, you know what this is? Yeah, I know what it is. Just leave it alone. I'll take care of it tomorrow. Then she calls me, well, should I open it? Yeah, go ahead, Mom. Open it. We know what's in the box. It's the modem. It's from the phone company. That's what I figured it was. When we got the internet, the freaking phone company dropped off stuff via FedEx, or via UPS, or I think it was UPS then. Just left it on the damn porch. And it's like the middle of the night when I see it. I'm leaving for night shift, and it's when I saw it. I'm like, hey, that's great. I could have been sitting out here all night for all I knew, and the temperature was going to drop down. It's like, oh, yeah, sure. Let's just leave like some little phone jacks out here. What the hell? But it's like, oh, yeah, no. So I'm like, yeah, open it up. I know what it is. I'll take care of it tomorrow. So I quick worked on it Wednesday morning before I left for work, and everything hunky-dory. I'm like, oh, cool. It's the same model as the one that didn't function right when I tried calling Verizon. Wonderful group of idiots, by the way. And I have like two of them. I have one's an Action Tech, which is what we got replaced, and the other one is a Westel. The Westel one was the one I had hooked up, and that one still functions. That was the one that was hooked up when the transformer went. But somehow the one that doesn't function anymore wasn't even hooked up. That one doesn't function. No matter what I do to it, it will not function. And I'm like, okay, screw this noise. So the new one works. I have internet back for now. for now, it's back. The speed's starting to get back up to where it was, but I would really like to have my Orbi back. But sadly, my Orbi router died, so I have to try to track down another one and see if it's compatible with this thing, with this modem, because the one that I have now, either it burned up or it's incompatible with this piece of junk. And if it's incompatible, then I'm going to be looking for a new modem, because I want fucking Orbi back. Orbi gave me better speed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Orbi gave me better speed, okay? I'm sorry. It did. So there was that. Work this week really wasn't the world's greatest. Really hot in the back room. I'm going out into the freezing cold. The roof's leaking at work. All hell's breaking loose. And yeah, it's just not fun. Home life this week, meh. I watched some Markiplier. It's not really much to do during the day. What was it? Thursday? I want to say Thursday. No, Tuesday. Tuesday we watched House Arrest on Crackle. Wednesday, Thursday we watched Wednesday, Thursday I think I just put Markiplier on. I think we were just watching like Monopoly videos and that. Friday we put on How to Train Your Dragon, which was, I still love that movie. My mom, I think that was the first time my mom ever saw that movie. She liked it. I mean, she liked it. There's nothing really to hate about that one. That's actually a really good movie. And today we watched It's a Mad, 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 Mad World on YouTube, because they have it up for free this month. And I did not know how long that damn intro was before you actually start seeing the film. It's like an almost 2-minute long blank screen. And I'm like, no, I'm not putting up with that. Fast forward, and then there's a fucking intermission. All of a sudden, it's like they're starting to show like really rapid clips. And I'm like, the movie can't be anywhere near ending. No, it comes up intermission. I actually start yelling, what the hell is this bullshit? The movie's 2.5 hours long. Came out in the 60s. It came out in 1963. It's 2.5 hours long. What the hell is this bullshit? That it's like freaking, you're kidding me. It's a fucking intermission. What the hell's, what is this bullshit? What is this bullshit? But, yeah, so that's what we did today. But otherwise, yeah, my week did not go well. Especially the fact that I got my head chewed off this morning for doing something that I thought was nice, but apparently, no, it was just Andy being stupid. Oh, that makes me feel good. But yeah. Oh, keep your eyes peeled. I know this is getting long. This is the last thing I want to say for how my week went. Keep your eyes peeled here on my channel. I'm planning to do an update video in the next, I want to say, couple of weeks, give or take. I use air quotes for that loosely. I don't know exactly when yet, but I'm planning on it. So just keep your eyes peeled for when that'll drop. But otherwise, yeah, let's get into the podcast, shall we? Alright, so we're starting off this week's podcast with a bit of a somber note here. So, and in all honesty, this isn't really a massive surprise here if you've been following what's been happening with this company the last, at least good year. Especially in the last year, because remember, this happened like July of last year, and we're still feeling the ripple effects of the pebble being dropped in the lake at this point. I mean, we are still feeling the ripple effects here. So, Kyoto Animation announced that their awards have been suspended indefinitely. Now, for those unfamiliar with what this is, that was basically you would submit stuff and they would like give out awards and all that. They're not doing it anymore. So the issue is, in case a lot of you are wondering, the arson attack that happened last year. They're not going to take the chance on this again, because the person that did the arson attack claimed that it was because they took a manuscript that they submitted and made it their own and didn't credit him, and that's what caused them to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, in a way. So last November, they saw the suspension of the 11th Kyoto Animation Awards, which was expected since it was just to come just months after what had happened at Kyoto Animation Studio One. As for when the awards will be hosted again, Kyoto Animation said they considered doing so at some point in 2020, but for now they're suspending the event indefinitely. I don't see this being a bad thing, honestly. I mean, the whole kicker is that I don't think they want to run the risk of rolling the dice again and seeing something possibly come up snake eyes. I mean, so many people lost their lives in this. Friends, coworkers, the building is gone. By the way, they are still strongly stressed. Do not go to where the building was. It is an empty lot. Don't go there. Don't do anything. They want no memorial there. They want nothing. They just, let the town be where it is. Don't go anywhere near it. And that's perfectly fine. I understand that. I mean, in all honesty, if I would ever be touring the area, I would probably just stop there, just look, pay my respects, and just make it look like I'm a damn tourist. Just like I'm lost or something. And I probably would. The sad part is I would probably end up being lost, knowing my luck, because I'd be walking around with a freaking GPS like, okay, where the hell am I, and how the hell do I get here? I'd be walking around with a GPS. But yeah, the decision to put the awards on hold until further notice came as a result of comprehensive consideration. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it. I don't argue with it. They have the right to do this, and in all honesty, it would probably cut a little too close to home for them because of everything that had happened. I don't see that being a bad idea, to be honest with you, because it could end up being, hey, we end up doing this again, and then possibly rolling the dice, like I said, and then having another, incident happen. And no, that would haunt them too much as it is right now. They're still dealing with the effects. And like I said, we're still feeling the effects of the pebble being dropped in the lake at this point. We are still feeling the ripples. So it's not an unheard of thing. It's not good news either, but it's not unheard of. However, Koei-An also notes that anything sent to them, from ideas to full manuscripts, will be discarded without being opened. They're not even going to look at this stuff anymore. If you send them an idea, you send them a manuscript, it's going right in the trash. I don't blame them, because that would be rolling the dice. They don't want to roll the dice again. They want to try to recover. They want to heal. And this is going to take a lot of time. I mean, these were coworkers, friends. Hell, this was pretty much like their family in a way that just was taken away from them for, no reason. And it was just, they were just taken away. And no. I don't blame them for this. They said that they have no obligation to review, evaluate, or adopt the ideas sent to the studio. So basically, don't send them anything. Don't expect to hear anything from them. Basically, just leave them alone. I guess the best way of putting this is that how that one person said it. Everybody grieves in their own certain ways. Somebody might put themselves headlong into a project that they know they can never complete. Something that will, give them something to occupy every single fiber of their being. And I don't doubt that, and I don't blame them for it. And with this, it's basically, we don't want any possibilities of, the same thing happening again. We don't want to take the risk of it happening again. It's just, it would hit way too close to home. And I understand that. I don't think I'm alone in that. I understand that. And I feel for him. I really do. Because of what happened. I mean, I still feel horrible when I look at the pictures of what had happened, and you look at what is now the empty lot 1 year later, which is actually down in the bottom in the under related posts. At least as for me, I don't know if it might be different for you or not if you look at the article, but I'm looking at that and I'm like, yeah, it's just, you honestly just look at that and you just realize that all those people that were there, it's never a good thing when you actually sit down at like the end of the day and think about it. It's never a good thing, and it does suck. I do feel for them. Like I said, I feel horrible about it. I even feel, my thoughts are still with them. It really is. This is not something that's going to go away overnight. This isn't something that they're going to up and say, hey, we're fine. Let's get back to work. Let's do this. Let's have awards. Something. No, they're going to change up 90% of what they were doing, because at that point, it's, why should we bother? It's like all we're doing is basically, we're just screwing ourselves, we're spinning our wheels, we're just, deep screwing ourselves, deep pumping ourselves. We don't need this crap. It's basically bad news for us if this happens. It's horrible for us when this happens. And no, we don't need this. We really don't need this. And yeah, I don't blame them for this. I really don't. But yeah, so if you were looking forward to the Kyoto Animation Awards, sadly, they will not be happening until further notice. They have been suspended indefinitely. So hopefully sometime down the road they might come back, but if not, hey, as long as Kyoto Animation still comes out with some stuff, I'll still support them. I'll still watch it. I don't think I'm alone in that. I know a lot of us will. It's just one of those, it happens. It happens. It really does. Okay, so here's something really interesting that I found out about, and ironically, actually downloaded. Because it's really not that big of a file. I was actually quite surprised. It's only 18.43 megabytes. I was about to say gigabyte there. It's only 14.83 megabytes, about 19 megabytes total. It's not bad. At least size-wise, it's pretty good. So, Studio Trigger. You might know them from some of their extremely popular series. Like SSSS.Gridman, my all-time favorite series. Or Kill la Kill. At least I think that's what it was called, right? Yeah, Kill la Kill. I'm pretty sure that's the one with the, scissors and the sailor uniforms and the clothing and the... I don't even know what the point of that series was. That's one that I actually skipped. Yeah, I remember it was on Toonami. I'm just like, I couldn't follow it. I'm sorry. I mean, the character design on it is cool. I'm not gonna lie about that. I just couldn't follow it. I tried my damnedest to. I just couldn't follow it. But yeah, the character design is really good. I mean, they really do good character designs. They can do goofy and serious, and they can mix them both together. That's really cool. But they've done Kill la Kill, SSS, S.Gridman, and Promare, among many others. However, if you have ever wanted more insight onto how anime is made on the production side, and provided you can read kanji, because sadly it is the only way this book is printed. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to be kanji. I'm like, oh cool, maybe Google will translate this thing for me. It's a PDF. Oh, god damn it, Google can't translate it. I was like, son of a bitch. I was a little pissed, but like, it was only 18.34 megabytes. What the hell? I don't care. It's actually pretty cool anyway to have. So, you can actually get the book. It's really cool. So, they're here to offer a new way to show you this. So basically, it's a new anime production handbook, and best of all, it is free. And there is a link in the article, just literally available for free. Click that, it'll take you right to the site. It is it's pretty much only like one thing, unless there's I didn't check the whole thing. That'll piss me off. There actually is an English version, but I don't think there is, because it's from the Association of Japanese Animations. So I'm pretty sure the AJA is not going to have a English version of this. Thinking I might be wrong. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Maybe they will. Please tell me that you do. And I just didn't see it. Let's see. Manual, production, copyright, blah, blah. Release date August 12th this year. Free distribution. It's 52 pages. PDF version. 18 point something. No, it's still only in Damn it, yeah, it is only in Japanese. So, damn it, it is only in kanji. Son of a bitch. Oh, yeah, by the way, I guess I should just give a fair warning. If you do download it, there will be kanji as the title. Because there's like a little warning down here at the bottom. It says, when downloading on Mac, the file name may be garbled. Yeah, I'm amazed that it works on Windows. I'm not even going to lie about that. So, just a heads up to anybody. But basically, it gives you like characteristics and formats of Japanese anime. What is production progress, basic progress of animation production, staff related to animation, and practice of production progress. So, if you've ever wanted to do this and you have a decent translate program, or you use Google Translate and you scan each page as a freaking image, it might work then, I don't know. You can learn the secrets of the masters, basically. You can learn the secrets. You too can have the power. You too can have the power. Alright, I'm sorry. Enough with the jokes. But this is actually pretty cool. Some of the pictures in this are kind of interesting, but like I said, I don't read kanji, so sadly, that doesn't really help me. I mean, it's literally like giving a blind man a VR headset and saying, "Here, have fun." It's sort of like, oh, you gave them a nice gift, thank you. It's a little insensitive, though. I can't really use it, but thank you anyway. It's like, it's free. I love free stuff. And it's actually something cool. So even though I can't read it, this gives me some, idea to learn. Because I do have a couple of, I will at least have, no, I still have two. I have two books that are actually in kanji. One's a manga, one's a guide to a manga that's actually in kanji. So that actually kind of gives me an idea, or at least a goal to, learn kanji if I ever freaking get a chance to. I can learn. I can learn. I'm sorry. I just couldn't resist that. But yeah, so if you want to download this, you can. It's not a bad download, like I said. It's roughly, give or take, about 19 megabytes. It was 18.43 when I downloaded it this morning, so it's not that bad. And I do have it. It does come up as a PDF. It is really cool, though, that it is in the PDF. Let me see if I try opening it with a different program. Because, I don't have Adobe on here. I really don't. I don't have Adobe on here. If I did, that would probably work a lot better, but I don't have Adobe on here. No, even opening it up with Chrome does not help. It is still in kanji. So, yeah, you could probably easily translate it with a program. I just don't have the ability to do it, but at least not at my fingertips. But this is pretty cool, though. It can give you, like, some information. It's 52 pages long. It's actually not bad. It's really in-depth from what I can tell. There is a lot of information in this, so it's not like, oh, here, let's just slap some stuff together, throw it in a PDF file, call it a book, and be done with it. I can make a 52-page PDF file. That's not a freaking problem. I can make a 52-page PDF file. Where the hell I would distribute it, I'd probably have to set up a blog or something. But I can fix up a 52-page PDF file myself. That's, it would take me about maybe a week, but I can do a 52-page PDF file. But it's mostly like the pictures in that, the flow charts, and I'm not gonna lie, this is professional looking. Like I said, I could probably make one that looks this good, but not this good. This looks really good. Definitely professional job. So somebody got. This is obviously somebody could easily have done this from home, like work at home. I could do this with Word. What other programs do I have on? Because I know I've been trying to get into alternatives to Word. I have I know AbleWord. I have LibreOffice, which is actually one that I really do like using, and then I have Word. So those are the three that I have. I could probably even do it with WordPad. But yeah, it's like 52 pages long. It's not a bad read if you can read kanji. I can't. Sadly, I don't have the ability to read kanji. Basically, to me, this looks like Swahili. And I do apologize. This is cool. I'm not going to lie. If I could read it, I would probably be singing its praises a lot higher than I am now, but it's still cool. It's still cool to read, if you're able to. If not, download it anyway. It's free. You cannot argue with the price. It's free. Something like this, they would obviously, honest to God, they would probably charge like $10-20 for. It's free. Download it. It's 18.43 megabytes. Just let it sit on an SD card. Let it sit on a thumb drive. Let it sit on your hard drive for 6, 7, 8 years. And then find a program to translate it. It's a worthwhile investment. It's free. I would just let it... Yeah, honest to God, that's what I would do. I could probably try a couple different ideas, but yeah, still, that's what I would do. I would just, download it anyway. Screw it. But it's still pretty cool, though, either way. It's interesting, it's neat, it's unique. I like it, I appreciate it, and I'd like to thank Studio Trigger for putting that out. That's really cool. And like I said, that is definitely a professional job. I mean, I could probably do something similar to that, but like I said, it would take me about a week. A good week to do. That's not something that you just half-ass it overnight. No, you really take the time and effort. I mean, flowcharts are a pain in the ass to do. Getting the images right aligned with the text is a royal pain in the ass because some programs can shoot it halfway over the page and intermingle and garbagify it. And that's actually not a bad deal for it being basically free. That is a professional. Like I said, that's at least a good $20 book for free. That's not bad. Plus, there could be other stuff on the AJA site as well that you might be interested in that you could get for free too. I don't know. I didn't completely go through and check it. I was just more interested in the free book. So, yeah, if you're interested, you want a free book, you can read kanji. Even if you can't, I'd still recommend downloading it. But yeah, it's worth it. Hell, I downloaded it, and I can't even read kanji, and it's worth it. So, I'm getting a kick out of it already. It's a good download. Depending on your connection, it took me like 15 minutes to download. Like 10, 15 minutes. So, yeah, it's worth it. I'd give it a shot. It's free. You can't argue with free. You really can't. Okay, so I'm sure by now everybody's heard of the unfortunate incident that has happened with Fortnite. It is sadly just, it's gone from app stores. Apple has just, Apple got rid of it, and apparently they're going to be getting sued for it, and Google kicked it out of its app store. Fortnite is done mobily for the time being, and people are not sitting well with this. And in all honesty, I kind of understand to a point, but still, it is what it is. I mean, this along with the people, I think, it was mostly today. This along with everybody today screaming about, oh my god, Kiss Anime's gone! Rest in peace, Kiss Anime. It's like, dude, it's a pirate site. There's going to be like 60 of them, and in all honesty, you literally type it in, there's another one already up. So it's like, yeah, it's not technically dead. I mean, the main one might be gone, but the other ones still exist. Come on, there's like half a dozen other ones out there. And yeah, and I always like this, so before somebody asks, what are my thoughts on pirate sites like that? They're a necessary evil, in a way. If it's a rare and out-of-print title that is like from the 90s, or it's one that the cost of getting like the DVD or Blu-ray, or it has like no chance of getting a Blu-ray re-release, or like it is just extremely hard to find. Like the copies are going for like $200-300 on eBay, and that's the cheaper end of the spectrum. Yeah, then a site like Kiss Anime and one of those, that's fine, because it's a rare oddity. Before I hunk down $200-300, I actually want to know, is this worth me spending the money? If it's not, I'm going to save the money. I don't want to spend $200-300 and then basically be sitting on a brick for like 6 months. So, yeah. But, that's my thought on that. It's a necessary evil. Yes, I don't like it entirely, but at the same time, I understand its need to exist. So there, that answers that possible question that somebody's liable to have. And I've said my piece on that like multiple times too, but still. All right. So everyone's mad about Apple's App Store guidelines right now, especially when it also has. Oh yeah, sorry, skipped it there a little bit. Okay, especially when it comes to cloud gaming services. Microsoft isn't bringing Project xCloud to iOS. Google's Stadia app can't let iPhone users actually play games. Stadia is still a goddamn thing. I mean, Stadia is still a thing. I mean, I know Quibi's finally starting to die now, but Stadia is still a thing. That piece of garbage still exists. That piece of garbage is still going. Oh my God, that's insane. Facebook also had to axe the ability to play games for its Facebook Gaming iOS app to be allowed in the App Store. And that doesn't even take into account the number of smaller, non-gaming app developers who have had their apps kicked out of the App Store after seemingly arbitrary enforcement of Apple's guidelines. Like Apple basically got drunk one night and went out and started playing security guard. Hey, you can't be in here. You're one of us. No, you're not one of us. You're an app that we don't allow here. Get out. Get out. Stay out. Don't you ever come back. Yeah. But Fortnite developer Epic Games took a bold step towards telling Apple what it thinks of the company's App Store policies and possibly attempting a loophole to get around things. Fortnite has now been kicked out of both Apple and Google stores, and Epic is suing Apple. So, get ready for the next iPhone to cost about $2,000 because Apple's going to have to recoup their losses from a lawsuit. It's like, oh, what's it? The iPhone Infinity X is going to cost you. The iPhone Infinity X is going to cost you about $2,500 now. Oh wait, no, I think the latest. How much did the latest iPhone? Wait, hold on. How much did the latest iPhone cost? How much was that piece of garbage? Let me see here. iPhone costs. I swear to God, if this thing's gonna like scare the shit out of me, isn't it? Okay, cool. You can get one for $0 at T-Mobile for a measly $31.25 a month for 2 years. All right, fuck that. Yeah, screw T-Mobile. How much did the damn thing cost? Okay. Here we go. Wow. So 64 gigabyte was for the iPhone 11, which we actually sell a fucking case for. I mean, every single one of these things we sell a case for at work. The iPhone 8 Plus, the iPhone SE, the iPhone XR, the iPhone 11. How about you just call one the iPhone Infinity? It's the last fucking phone you're ever gonna make. The iPhone Infinity X. The X stands for no more. The 64 gigabyte was $699, and the 128 gig was $749. Okay. So imagine the next phone is going to be about $2,500, basically, because they're going to have to recoup their fucking losses on this. Jesus Christ, why the hell is the iPhone so damn expensive? The computers don't cost that much. Fuck, you can make a fucking tablet for like $20. Jesus Christ. So yesterday, Epic Games introduced the ability to pay the company directly for V-Bucks. What the fuck are V-Bucks, you ask? It's the shit that your kids are spending your hard-earned currency on for fake Disney money inside of a video game. Yeah, I'll get into it because there's a guide for parents as to what the hell Fortnite is, so that the parents know what their kids are playing. You know, this is gone are the days of Nintendo where you're playing an N64 and a copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day, and, you know, just the part where you're at the part where the sunflower and the bee have to mate and have sex, that's when your parents walk in and see you hopping on the sunflower's boobs to get up to the ledge to get yourself a wad of cash. So it's like you're basically the pimp in this scenario. And this game was available on a children's console. Yay, Nintendo! Oh, yeah. So Epic Games introduced. I love this though. They introduced you can just pay them directly for V-Bucks. In the Fortnite app on the Fortnite app on the App Store and in Google Play for Android, bypassing the in-app payment methods in both apps. Now, I remember them saying that they were going to have an issue with Google because that way they wouldn't have to pay Google's percentage, and they were already talking about that a while back. I remember that right when they announced that Fortnite's going mobile, that they were like, oh yeah, and by the way, we're not going to be doing this. We're going to be bypassing Google, the Google Pay system because we don't like that crap. And I understand it. Like I said, to a point, I get it, but yeah, it's still one of those massively messed up things. So on top of that, Epic Games is giving users a 20% discount for using the direct payment method, according to Apple. In a statement to The Verge, this is in violation of App Store guidelines, which states that apps offering in-game currency for real money cannot use a direct payment method. Yes, because we all know that the money has to be laundered somehow, and Apple wants to get their cut of the pie. They're basically the bank in this scenario. Oh no, see, you give us the money, and then we give it to them, and we keep our cut, and they get their cut. They're like, if anybody's ever seen Gold Rush, they're like Tony Beats. It's like, he comes around to Parker's claim. Hey, I'm here for my gold. I don't have it yet. Oh, well, that's too bad. I'm here for it anyway. Yeah, that's basically it. In a freaking nutshell, it really is. So apparently, Section 3.1.1, in-app purchases, as part of the guidelines. By the way, who the hell ever reads these things? Because I know this is like the main reason why I never want anything Apple related. Like, no Apple product will ever be owned by me. And I think the only one that I ever came close to was like it was like a little speaker that you literally just plug in, but it takes like a battery to power it. And you literally just plug it into an outlet. I think it was just like a generic speaker that they just plastered the i logo on it. Like iPhone or iSpeaker or something, they just plastered that on just to like up the price like a couple bucks. I mean, I got it like for $2 at an FYE in the discount El Crapo bin. So what does that tell you? But yeah, who the hell actually reads these things? I mean, in all honesty, who reads licensing agreements? That's how they got Kyle in Human Sentai Pad. That's the main reason why I avoid Apple products. But basically, according to Section 3.1.1, in-app purchase, if you want to unlock features or functionality within your app, by way of example, subscriptions, in-game currencies, game levels, access to premium content, or unlocking a full version, you must use in-app purchase. Apps may not use their own mechanisms to unlock content or functionality, such as license keys, augmented reality markers, QR codes, etc. Apps in their metadata may not include buttons, external links, or other calls to action that direct customers to purchasing mechanisms other than in-app purchases, or other than in-app purchase. So basically, you can't cut Apple out of the pie. You can't look at Apple and go, you're not getting a dime for me, baby. Hell no. Okay, so that turns out bad. Before removal, though, a screenshot of the Fortnite app on iOS clearly showed that users have the option to either purchase V-Bucks through the App Store or send a direct payment to Epic Games. So, yeah, that's not boding very well. And there's a thing down here, the picture's here. It says, how do you want to pay? For $7.99, for 1,000 V-Bucks, which, Jesus Christ, what the hell's the conversion rate on those fuckers? I'm dead serious. So, you can pay the Apple App Store, it's $9.99, or you pay Epic Games directly for the 20% discount of $7.99. Okay, so basically, what Epic Games is charging, even with their discount, is probably what Apple's giving them out of this. Apple's probably taking $2 off the top for every transaction. I mean, figure it this way, basic mathematics here. Let's say, for example, you have 1.3 million users using an app that has in-app purchases. Out of those 1.3 million users, you're going to have at least, let's say, half of them. Let's be generous and go half. Half of them will make in-app purchases. The other half will just play it for free. So those half of the people that are doing the in-app purchases, even if they buy the cheapest option you have, now this is 1.3 million, so half of that would be at least like what? 650,000, I want to say? Yeah, 650,000. So half of those, let's say the cheapest method you have is $8. Now, Apple will take X amount off the top to cover their costs, which would basically be, we're going to take, which would be 20%. I'll just make it an even 20%. It would be about $2. Yeah, 20% or $2, whichever's higher. I mean, I know with PayPal and with eBay, with PayPal, they'll either take, I think it's like 32 cents or X amount percent, whichever's higher, for their transaction fee. And it doesn't really add up to much. It honest to God doesn't. You end up getting the majority of the money anyway, but thinking that's an auction, so you are going to lose money in the backdoor fees anyway. But with this, it's basically Apple will take, like, let's say $2 off the top. So $7.99 is what you're charging for whatever the in-app purchase is. Let's say it's crystal that refills your stamina. So you're paying $8 essentially for that. Apple's going to take $2 from that. So that $7.99, crystal you just bought is now costing Apple $2 to handle the data, and the distributor's getting $5.99. Now, and this is like a general idea, by the way. I mean, this may not be accurate. This is just a rough estimate. Now, you take that by, and I'm actually going to have to bust out a calculator here. Hold on a second. Let me get my... Alright, I had to go get my handy-dandy calculator because I didn't want to just load up the one on my computer, and I had one over my bag. So, you have 650,000 people. Times that by $5.99. So that means that... Holy shit. Okay, so that means that the... Well, actually, I do have to get a better battery for this thing. Okay, so that means that the game company is getting a whopping total. Even if this is like per day, mind you. So let's say that this many people buys one of those crystals for $7.99 a day, and they get the game company gets that $5.99. They're getting $3,893,500. Then you factor in taxes and all that other bullshit, backdoor stuff, and yeah, processing fees and what have you. That gives you that. Now, 650,000 and the $2 that Apple's getting a whopping 1,300,000 even. That pretty much will cover Apple. I mean, this is like from 650,000 people. Like I said, I'm being generous. Not everybody does that. I mean, it could be more, it could be less. I can't give an accurate number, that's why it's an estimate. So, those people are paying... Apple's getting a crap ton of money. The problem is, when you cut Apple out of the pie, and you look at Apple and go, you know what, we don't think we want you for this anymore. We think we can just handle this, just pay us directly. Not a problem. But Apple has it set up so that they get a cut of the cheese every single time you make cheddar. They get a cut of it. I mean, they're just not gonna sit there and take it. They're gonna want their cut of the pie. So yeah, this is also an interesting thing though. They're going on here that today we're also introducing a new way to pay on iOS and Android, Epic Direct Payment. When you choose to use an Epic Direct Payments, you save up to 20% as Epic passes along payment processing savings to you. Epic Games announced in a press release earlier in the morning. So yeah, this is interesting. Google policies, though, also seem to prevent developers from using anything but an in-app payment system. Because, again, you need to pay the people that are hosting your shit. In-app purchases in Google's side. Developers offering products within a game downloaded on Google Play or providing access to game content must use Google Play in-app billing as the method of payment, because Google gets a cut of the pie. Google gets a piece of the action here. So Epic Games pointed out that both Apple and Google collect a 30%. Okay, so 30% fee. So let's redo the math here. So let's redo the math here a moment. So 650,000 divided by 30%. Holy Cleveland! Sweet, sweet mother of God. Holy hell. So that's $2,166,666.66 if it would be like 650,000 people. So wow. Okay, that's 30%. And that's Andrew math on my Casio FX 300ES calculator, which I guess I have to get a new battery for, because the screen looks a little dim and dull. I'll have to look into that. But either way, dear God, that's impressive. I have a little cut on my finger. I didn't even notice that. All right. I was getting into this and I got distracted. My bad. So, okay, so they collect a 30% fee, and that if users choose to pay through either store's app, they will not benefit from the 20% discount. Hence the lower price on the direct payment option. If Apple or Google love their fees, if they would lower their fees on payments in the future, Epic will pass along the savings to you. Damn Epic, shots fired. Yeah, I mean, Epic basically lit up the torch here and chucked it right at Google and Apple and said, okay, which one of you bastards want to play hot potato? Apple swiftly responded, providing a statement to The Verge. Bolded is our added emphasis. Okay, this is good here. So Apple's statement. Oh God, this is gonna be bad and painful, isn't it? How long am I up on this thing anyway? Okay, yeah, this is gonna be painful. I can feel it now. This is gonna be bad. So here we go. Today, Epic Games took the unfortunate step of violating the App Store guidelines that are applied equally to every developer and desire to keep the store safe for our users. As a result, their Fortnite app has been removed from the store. Epic enabled a feature in its app which was not reviewed or approved by Apple, and they did so with the express intent of violating the App Store guidelines regarding in-app payments that apply to every developer who sells digital goods or services. Epic has had apps on the App Store for a decade. Wow, that's pretty impressive. And have benefited from the App Store ecosystem. Well, sometimes the ecosystem has to change, Apple. Including its tools, testing, and distribution that Apple provides to all developers. That's the one. So that's a new one. Epic agreed to the App Store terms and guidelines freely, and we're glad they've built such a successful business on the App Store. The fact that their business interests now lead them to push for a special arrangement does not change the fact that these guidelines create a level playing field for all developers and make the store safe for all users. We will make every effort to work with Epic to resolve these violations so they can return Fortnite to the App Store. So basically, what Apple's going to do by this statement is they're going to basically sit down and have a mafia-style negotiation saying you're bending over and taking what we're going to give you, and you're going to suck it up, bitch. That's basically how they're going to word this. Because the way that they have this said is that we will make every effort to work with Epic. Yeah, no, they're probably just going to look at Epic and go, you have two choices. Either you take that off, and you go back to the system that we've had in place for so long, and you stop this bullshit, or every single game that you have on our App Store is gone. And we'll gladly take the bit of a nosedive in the profit margin, and we'll gladly take the bit of a nosedive in the cash department to basically teach you a lesson. We will single you out to prevent the others from trying to rise up. They need a Judas, and they're going to find one. They need a scapegoat. They don't need a Judas. They need a scapegoat. Well, no, they might find both. Never mind, they might find both. But either way, they need like a scapegoat or something. So yeah, but the problem for Apple is that both it and Google have policies related to purchases that are consumed outside of their respective app stores. Both allow users to make payments outside of the app. Apple's policy states, and I quote, Section 3.1.5a, goods and services outside of the app. If your app enables people to purchase goods or services that will be consumed outside of the app, you must use purchase methods other than in-app purchase to collect those payments, such as Apple Pay or traditional credit card entry. Google's policy is, and I quote, developers offering products within another category of app downloaded on Google Play must use Google Play in-app billing as the method of payment, except for the following cases. Payment is solely for physical products. Payment is for digital content that may be consumed outside of the app itself, e.g., songs that can be played on other music players. In-app virtual currencies must only be used within the app or game title for which they were purchased. So Fortnite is available on multiple platforms. You have PC, Mac, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Android, and iOS. Although right now Android and iOS is sort of up in the air. Users can link their profiles together so they can play with the same account across all platforms. This means that someone could purchase V-Bucks through the Android or iOS app and spend them at a later date from their console or PC. So technically those users appear to be purchasing goods or services that can be consumed outside of the app. My guess is that'll probably be one of the conditions for Apple to tell Epic they can bring their game back. You have to get rid of that ability. That explains why users can, for instance, purchase books through Amazon's Kindle app on Google Play without having to go through Google Play in-app billing. Those books can be read on a Kindle device, and they're digital content, so that means they can be consumed outside of the app itself. Google Stadia on the App Store is another example, since it doesn't require an in-app payment method. Apple doesn't allow users to play Stadia games on iOS, so they have to play or consume games outside of the app. And it just keeps going on here. So basically, they screwed themselves over. So, this is a nice little update though here too. Google confirmed that the company will no longer allow Epic Games to distribute Fortnite through the Google Play Store. For game developers who choose to use the Play Store, we have consistent policies that are fair to developers and keep the store safe for users. While Fortnite remains available on Android, we can no longer make it available on Play because it violates our policies. However, we welcome the opportunity to continue our discussions with Epic and bring Fortnite back to Google Play. Yeah. So, I love though how Epic Games has noted that it has filed a suit against Apple because they're pissed. I don't blame them for this. They're taking legal action to end Apple's anti-competitive restrictions on mobile device marketplaces. You can actually read the papers on that. So yeah, this is a massive middle finger. And I know I've talked about this for like over a good 20 minutes, so somebody out there is going to ask, Andrew, what the holy hell is Fortnite? I'm new to this entire thing. What the holy hell is Fortnite? A parent's guide to what the hell is going on with Fortnite. So basically the TLDR. So maybe you are a parent who like a lot of parents nowadays, is working from home as the COVID-19 pandemic rages on. But if you have a tween-aged gaming-inclined children, they probably play Fortnite. So the game was removed, and here's what's happening exactly. So Fortnite, a billions of dollars a year game, is free to play. It makes its money through microtransactions. You know, the thing that Todd Howard uses to bankroll all the repairs that Fallout needs all the goddamn time. Players like your tween, I love how they say that, your tween, spend real money, your hard-earned currency, to buy fake money, Disney bucks, called V-Bucks. That is used to purchase stuff for their in-game character, like funky costumes or dance emotes stolen from other people. I'm not even gonna get into that. Every time your kid uses your real money to buy the fake money, Apple, a trillions of dollars a year company, processes that transaction and takes a 30% cut. Basically, they look at them and say, you owe us some money, pay up. So they basically took it down. The whole thing, though, can my kid still play Fortnite? Yeah, your kid can still play Fortnite on Apple or Android devices. Or sorry, if your child still plays it on, they can still play. Fortnite's removal from the App Store and Google Play means that devices with the game already installed still work, but that will change when a new patch comes out. So in other words, once they update their end, so like when Epic comes out with a new patch, like, hey, we're going to do update 6.1.5 or something, then it won't work anymore. That'll be it. So most notably when the game starts a new season, which is currently supposed to happen on August 27th. On Apple, you won't be able to download the patch since the game isn't on the App Store or Android devices. You can still download the patch through third-party marketplaces like the Galaxy Store or Epic Games app. You can download their app directly from Epic Games, by the way. For Apple users, though, downloading through third-party services requires jailbreaking your device, and that's when Apple will pretty much send the hit squad out for you. Because they don't like that shit when you jailbreak their devices. So why is this happening? Because Epic wants more money, and they're tired of this bullshit. Yeah, no, there actually is a reason for it. You can actually read the whole thing. Both articles are up. This is getting kind of long, but the gist of it, though, is what happens next. Well, Epic's filed a lawsuit against both Apple and Google. For now, the three companies are in a standoff. This is basically a three-way Mexican standoff. You have one with a gun, one with a cannon, and one with a sword. And each one of them is trying to figure out which one to take out first. I go for the one with the sword, personally. That one's not the one that's going to do any damage. Basically to stand up to see who backs down first. Can Epic stand to lose millions of players when it's time for Fortnite to update? Can Apple and Google stand to lose revenue from one of the biggest video games ever? Who really knows? This is basically where you grab a bag of popcorn, you find yourself a chair, you sit there, and you watch them duke it out and see which one's going to come out on top and which one's going to be the bottom of the barrel tonight on Apple Screwed Themselves. Yay! No, I mean, Apple and Google screwed themselves. They honestly should have just I'm going to say it this way, they should have really just tried to figure out a way to work together, come up with a better idea for a system, and go, hey, look, we'll give you a discount for a little bit of time, we'll do this and that, and figure out a way to work with them. And instead of just railroading them into, you owe us 30%, pay up to 30%. I mean, if you're bringing in a crap ton of money, Epic might want a little extra on their end. They're the ones that are making the game. They might want to make some bigger changes to it, and all you're doing is hosting it and processing payments. They're probably going to go, look, we just want a little more money for the time being. Can we have like a sale or something for like half a year where it's only going to be this much money, this much of a percentage that you'll take? And in that way, we get a little extra, we can take care of this, pass a bit of the savings on to the player, and we can get more people in. We want to make some big changes to this app. We need the extra capital. And Apple would have probably looked at them and said, yeah, we could probably work something out. Google probably would have did the same thing. Epic's like, look, we talked, we don't care. And I'm just paraphrasing what could have possibly happened. I don't know. They're probably like, look, we tried, they didn't care. We just moved on and we just did it our way. And it's like, nope, that doesn't work. But yeah, so Fortnite's off the App Store and Google Play for the time being. But if you're still out there playing it, enjoy it while it lasts. Because once that new patch update drops, there goes your access on mobile for a while. Alright, so here's something that's practically laughable, I want to say. So AT&T is looking to sell Crunchyroll to Sony for $1.5 billion. Yeah, billion with a B. Oh Lord. So this is gonna be fun. So oh god, this is gonna be even better. So that's the report from the information. Um, yeah, that's the report from the information. Who are citing 3 people familiar with the situation. The information is also reporting that Sony has balked at the 1.5 billion price tag with negotiations ongoing. Meanwhile, Variety is reporting that in addition to Sony, Crunchyroll is being shopped to other potential buyers with a price tag of at least $1 billion. And Crunchyroll is not even worth $1 billion. No way in hell. I will agree with Robert's Anime Corner Store on that. It is nowhere near $1.5 billion. If the sale to Sony were to go forward, it would mean that company would own both Crunchyroll and Funimation, leading to less competition in the anime streaming space. Why would AT&T sell Crunchyroll, especially now that it's semi-integrated into the new HBO Max? Well, debt, and more debt, especially the $151 billion that they're in debt. Yeah. AT&T purchased Crunchyroll along with its parent company Otter Media back in 2018. Crunchyroll recently announced it had reached 3 million subscribers. Wow. I recently just hit over 200 subscribers. That's kind of scary, and it took me almost 4 years. Wow. We know these inside baseball stories make some people's eyes roll in the back of their heads, but this stuff does influence where, for how much, and how long, and how fast we get our anime fix. So basically, this could also mean that Crunchyroll might end up seeing a price increase too if it goes over to Sony, because Sony will have a market space. But it's ironic though that AT&T is offering this to Sony, because literally Sony has announced that they are planning to expand their anime hold and challenge Netflix and Disney. So this is ironic. So mega company Sony is busy unleashing movies, music, video games, and getting ready to really push its anime to challenge Netflix and Disney in a battle of the 3-way giants of streaming. Honestly, I don't really care who wins. So Netflix has been increasing their anime load, and Disney, well, anyone aware of Marvel, Star Wars, or The Simpsons knows that Disney is ever expanding. Yes, like a person at an all-you-can-eat buffet that never leaves, they will continue to expand, or like a fire hose slowly filling up a giant inflatable ball, it will expand. Our group wants to contribute to delivering Japanese anime to fans worldwide, remarked Kenichiro Yoshida, the president of Sony, according to the Asian Reviews. I'm going to pronounce this. I know I'm going to miss it. I know I'm going to mispronounce this. I can't even talk tonight. Nikkel, Nikkel. Or no, EI. It's an EI. Oh, God, that's an I. So it's Nikai. Asian Reviews. Okay, like I said, I can't pronounce it, so I do apologize. One of their key players is the anime Demon Slayer, known as Kimetsu no Yaiba in Japan. Seeing how companies like Disney make more money. Sorry, I started losing track there. Not only from their properties, but things around them, says merchandise. So you got merchandise, pop songs, video games, tie-ins, etc. Sony is making a plan to do the same, and Sony already owns Aniplex, Funimation, PlayStation, Animax Broadcast Japan, and Sony Music Entertainment, and can use these different subsets along. Using Demon Slayer as an example, Sony already adapted the original manga into an anime, and is preparing a movie and getting video games ready for PlayStation 4 and mobile devices. One of the next planned steps is for Sony to become Sony Group, which is supposed to happen in spring of next year. Yoshida said that Sony is all about impressing the world with the power of creativity and technology. Yet, we saw that your PS5 looks like you stole it from GLaDOS outside of Aperture Industries. Or Aperture Industries? Or Aperture Technologies? Aperture Science. Either way, you stole it from Aperture. You stole it from GLaDOS. Okay? I'm amazed she hasn't turned you into a lab rat yet. Here's a portal gun. Have fun. Yeah, it's freaking GLaDOS. No. Honestly, I have some, I want to say, misgivings about this if Sony were to get their hands on Crunchyroll. First off, Crunchyroll's an okay site to use. It's not really one of my favorites, but if it's not up on YouTube, or somebody doesn't have it up on YouTube, or if I just really want to see it, I'll go to Crunchyroll. I have to wait a week because I'm not paying the $15.99. That's insane. I will wait a week and watch it with ads. And that's the one thing that I've constantly complained about. I always think that with streaming services like this, even ones online, that you should have you get the premium with the ads. With the ads removed, that's not a problem. And that's what you're paying for. And you get it the same day it premieres. You can watch it the same day. If you do the free route, you have to wait a day. Then you can watch it without the ads, but you only get to watch it like X amount of days, and it'll be put up permanently where you have to pay. Sort of like what CBS does with their stuff. Like, look, it's free to watch like the first couple days, then you gotta pay. So, I mean, it's just one of those, I want to say, weird oddities in a way, but in all honesty, yeah, sure, let's go for it. What exactly could it hurt? No, I'm not really gung-ho on Sony getting another anime title under their belt. I'm still not happy that they actually own, and I really hate to say it this way, I'm not happy that they own Funimation, but then again, you know what? Let them have Funimation. I don't care. They're going to mess it up anyhow, somehow, some way, but still, they don't need Crunchyroll, or if they do get Crunchyroll, they're going to change it up a little too much, I think, for the betterment of society. Like, all of a sudden, it'll cost you $30, or it'll be like $19.99 a month, or something else a month, and that's what you're going to have to pay. And I don't see that being right. I don't feel that's right. I really don't. But either way, I mean, it's, what the hell do I know, right? I mean, I'm just a person that sits behind a microphone and talks into it and acts like a smartass, I guess, when it comes to this. No, I'm not a huge fan of it. But then again, you never know what's going to happen. But that $1.5 billion price tag, AT&T, that's a little high there. Try lowering that a little bit and take what you can get. That's what I would honestly do. I'd just take what you can get. Alright, now this I find hilarious as hell, though. So, apparently a 56-year-old Pokemon Go player assaulted their, believe it or not, 55-year-old friend. No, I'm not joking. As they were playing Pokemon Go, and the 56-year-old friend is now under arrest. So here we go. So, Pokemon Go is a game. Okay, it's honest to God, it's a game. However, some people are taking this seriously. I am gonna be the greatest trainer in the world. Pokemon is mine. I am the best. It's one of those things like I was telling my mom, because at the time there was like a lot of people down by the laundromat we go to that would be like walking around checking Pokemon things. I try not to interact with them because some of them can get a little snarky. My mom, though, walked right up, talked to somebody. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. I try to avoid that because they can get a little snarky. I have had some people that have gotten a little snarky with me. It's like, no, I'm doing Pokemon. Leave me alone. Okay, fine. You have a nice day, pal. So yeah, for some folks, it's serious business. And it seems that applies to, I'm going to just call the people here by their last name because I know for a fact I am going to butcher the first name. So, Sato, a 56-year-old, was arrested in Hokkaido, Japan for assaulting his 55-year-old friend over the game. It all went down like this. Apparently, Sato got pissed that his friend had gone ahead and taken my encampment at a Pokemon gym. The players were in a stopped car when Sato's rage hit its peak. He reportedly grabbed his friend's chest and kicked the driver's side mirror. Sato's presumably now former friend then called the police, who arrested Sato for assault and property damage due to the destroyed mirror. Sato and his friend initially met, ironically, while playing Pokemon Go a few years ago. Just as their friendship began, so too does it end. Oh, God. Alright, so, I know that there are people that constantly complain that, like, when they see kids arguing over this, but these people are grown adults. You are literally in your 50s and you're pissed off. Okay, I get it. I could feel this way if I'd be like playing a multiplayer game or something where somebody just like took my victory from me. Yeah, I could see that too. Or it's like, hey, look, that was my spot. Man, I got a friend that has a parking spot that God knows. I pulled a prank on her. I borrowed a cone from the fire company, and I put the cone down there with a sign on it that said reserved. She was so excited. She's like, that's my spot. It's been reserved. I took the cone back because it was only a borrowed cone in the first place. It's like, okay, the joke's over. I got my kick out of it. Didn't really go the way I hoped it would have went. No, now she's crying because the cone's gone. It's like, oh, for God's sake, you're how old? Stop crying about a parking spot. It's like you're acting like a child. As for me, on the other hand, it's like, I'm just literally looking at this like it's a parking spot. With this, it's a freaking game. I could see maybe teenagers, 5-year-olds, definitely 5-year-olds crying about this. If they're playing like an older brother or older sibling's phone or something, like older brother or older sister's phone, yeah, I could see that being an issue. You're grown adults. Yeah, like I said, I can understand if it's like, oh, it's like the top position and that was mine. I was going to get it, but then you up and took it from me. Yeah, I would get a little pissed off too. But then again, that's what you call friendly competition. Jesus. That's just, wow. And their friendship began playing Pokemon Go, and it ended playing Pokemon Go. See, look, Pokemon Go is going to become the new Monopoly. It's going to bring people together, and it's going to quickly tear them apart. How did you manage to catch a Heracross? It's not my fault. I caught one. I caught something somebody wanted to trade me for it. I wanted Heracross. Heracross is my Pokemon, not yours. Look, honey, I'll trade you for it. It's not a problem. I don't want to trade with you, you inconsiderate asshole. I wanted Heracross. Yeah, I can see that happening. And you figure that would be the general idea. Oh my God. You're 56 years old and 55 years old? Grow the hell up! My God, grow up! Jesus! It's sad, it's ironic, I understand it, but still! When a 31-year-old is telling you to grow up and act your damn age, that's a problem! Okay, sorry, 30-year-old, I won't be 31 until Tuesday. When a 30-year-old is telling you to grow the hell up and act your age, that's a problem! Well, you know what? There's some good news with the Avatar The Last Airbender live-action series. The creators of Avatar The Last Airbender have washed their hands of it. So, yay, there is a silver lining after all. So Avatar The Last Airbender, the animated series so beloved by so many that it did an oral history on one of its smallest characters, is currently being developed as a live-action series at Netflix. One that could presumably wash away the bad taste of that garbage M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie. Let's face it, nothing is going to wash away that taste. That is like that is like literally gargling with trash water that came out of a putrid swamp. Okay? There is nothing in the world that is going to wash that taste out of your mouth. You watch that movie, and that taste will stick with you for eternity. Just like me in Dragon Ball Evolution. That nasty taste is still in my mouth. I still taste it every now and then. Ugh. Tastes like sweaty socks mixed with turpentine. It's not a good taste. It's not a good taste. Jesus. We expressed trepidation at the news when it was announced in 2018. I'm still not happy about it in 2020. That's 2 years later. I don't care. Comparing the effort to Icarus' ill-fated flight alongside the sun. Okay, we're going to compare a live-action retelling to a moron wanting to fly too close to the sun on wings made of wax and not thinking, gee, are these going to melt? Okay, I get I like Icarus' story, but still, that's funny. Sadly, our pessimism appears to have been warranted. In a letter posted to his website, one of the show's shepherds, Michael DiMartino, says he has left the project alongside Brian Konietzko. I cannot pronounce this. Konieitzko. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm going to butcher it if I try. With whom he created the original series. Many of you have asked me for updates about the Avatar live-action Netflix series, he writes. I can finally tell you that I am no longer involved with the project. In June of this year, after 2 years of development work, Brian and I made the difficult decision to leave the production. No, it's not a difficult decision. You walked away from what is going to be an obvious dumpster fire. Do not feel sorry about that. You walked away from what is obviously going to be a massive dumpster fire. DiMartino goes on to say that while Netflix said it was committed to honoring our vision for this retelling, do go on. He and Brian eventually lost control of the creative direction of the adaptation. Look, things happen. Productions are challenging. Unforeseen events arise. Plans have to change, he writes. And when those things have happened at other points during my career, I try to be like an air nomad and adapt. I do my best to go with the flow, no matter what obstacle is put in my way. But even an air nomad knows when it's time to cut their losses and move on. Hell, it's like that fucking Kenny Rogers song. You gotta know when to hold 'em, you gotta know when to fold 'em. And bitch, it's folding time. That's what I was just like, if I'd be walking away from something and be like, well, you know, it's time. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And, well, it's folding time. Oh, man. That's just... Oh, God. This is funny. Oh. The live-action series is still moving forward, though, with Nickelodeon executive producer Dan Lin and his Ride Back production company. As DiMartino writes, however, whatever version ends up on screen, it will not be what Brian and I had envisioned or intended to make. Of course not. It's going to be whatever Netflix wants to pitch out at the last minute to make them happy. Avatar, a series about a many-lived 100-year-old warrior monk child with a lovable air bison friend who can control the elements of fire, earth, air, and water, ran for 3 seasons on Nickelodeon between 2005 and 2008. Though it's experienced a resurgence in popularity after landing on Netflix, the sequel series, The Legend of Korra, premiered a few years later. Just today they published a breakdown of the top 10 most impactful episodes. But you can read the full letter, though, from DiMartino in the article. It's just... wow. Well, I like this. There's a thing on here. It's like... I love this. He quotes Iroh in his letter. Sometimes life is like the dark tunnel. You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place. I loved Uncle Iroh. He was the best character in that show. There is an update though to this. Netflix has released a statement. We have complete respect and admiration for Michael and Brian and the story that they created in the Avatar animated series, the streamer said in a statement. Although they have chosen to depart the live-action project, we are confident in the creative team and their adaptation. Yeah, that's a fucking joke. Alright, that's some pretty strong bullshit there. And by the way, I read the plot synopsis that the AV Club has up for Avatar, in case you're wondering. So yeah, Avatar ran for a decent run. I did like the ending the most. And The Legend of Korra, I thought it was good. I'm not one of the many people that complain about it. I thought it was good. The only thing I have to complain about it is that Nickelodeon shoved the last few episodes online only, and that was the only way you could watch them because they wanted to wash their hands of it, and that pissed me off. But otherwise, I had no beef with Korra. I had no beef with Avatar. I loved them both. Hell, I loved Avatar a lot. I'd watch it every Monday night. And then when it moved to Friday, I would try to watch it every Friday night. I made sure I would watch that as often as I could. I loved it. That M. Night Shyamalan Wing Wang movie, no, that can burn in hell. That can burn in the fiery pits of hell. That honestly is an abomination onto the eyes. And every time Nickelodeon airs that thing, I can hear the cry of children. Seriously, I can hear the cry of children every time that movie is played on Nickelodeon. I can hear their cries. They're screaming in agony. No, make it stop, please, make it stop. It hurts so much. But yeah, I mean, they're leaving. I honestly want to say this. You have nothing to feel sorry for. You really don't. The fans will understand. You are jumping ship from a dumpster fire. You should honestly be happy you're ditching while you have a chance to. They're going to drag this thing straight down to hell in a handbasket, and you jumped ship before it happened. No, that's not a bad thing. You literally got off right at the right moment. You can watch it sail right off the cliff and straight down into the jagged rocks below. You can just watch that from where you are. And they won't be taking you down with it because we jumped ship. Yeah, best thing you could have done. I'm not even going to lie on that. Am I upset about it? No, I'm upset that this damn thing's still going to be happening and Netflix is quick to just bring in another person, I guess, to do it. It's like, no, fuck that. I would not be doing that. If you don't have the creators on board, I would go, okay, look, obviously the creators aren't happy with the way we took this. Do we really want to keep going down this road, possibly pissing them off and the fans and not make our money back? Or do we double down? And like I said, Kenny Rogers had one good thing right in life with his one and only song that I know of that he sang, aside from that one that him and Dolly Parton did that plays every freaking Christmas. But basically, you got to know when to hold them and you got to know when to fold them. And damn it, it's folding time. And they did the right decision by folding. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, damn it, it's folding time. Definitely, it's folding time. Alrighty, everybody, and that's going to pretty much do it then for this week's episode of the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. As always, I've been your host, Andrew Rhodes. Don't forget, the podcast episode on... pull it back up. My freaking calendar. Okay, the podcast episode that will be up the weekend of the 30th will be recorded either on the 27th or the 28th. Due to something happening in my neighborhood on the 29th that will be making way too much noise that even I will not be able to cancel out. So just keep that in mind and remember that. So if I have a topic up that you don't really understand, or if there's an update to it that I probably didn't touch, there's a reason. I will try to have all the topics in by that point. God hoping I can, but I'm not sure. Also, because of my current schedule, the Q&A video will probably end up going up on the 29th. I've been having to work 3 days in a row, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and that does kind of put a damper on putting up the Q&A video. So just keep that in mind as well. That will probably be, it will still go up for the end of the month, but it's probably not going to go up on a Thursday like it normally does. I was kind of hoping to put it up on Thursday, the 27th. But I don't see that happening. Don't forget, all questions have to be in by Monday the 24th at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please remember that, keep that in mind. I'll be able to give like a better estimation if I'll be able to put it up that week. Worst case scenario, it might end up going up on the 31st. I don't know, because I won't know my schedule for the week of the 23rd to the 29th until like later this coming week. So basically, either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, I'll know my schedule for the next week. So I can give a better estimation then, and I can let everybody know. But worst case scenario, Q&A video will go up on the 29th. If I don't have to work that Thursday the 27th, it'll go up on the 27th. If I do, it'll go up on the 29th. Worst case, if I end up having to work the 29th, God hoping I don't have to, it'll go up on the 31st. I will try my best to get the Q&A video up as quickly as I can. Believe me, I will try. Otherwise, yep, that's pretty much all I got then this week. So, as always, I'm Andrew Rhodes. This is Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. Don't forget to give the thumbs up, thumbs down button, subscribe, ring the bell. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes. Bye, everybody, and have a wonderful week.